friends and mimosas. Yeah, it's gonna be bubbly kind of time. Join new friends to relax and unwind. The best food with drinks on the side. Cheers to the good times. It's friends and mimosas.
Yes.
How long has that been?
A thing?
A thing, yeah.
We and Mrs. Jones started on May 5th, 2022. So we're approaching our first year anniversary.
Wow.
Yes.
How did that sound so good for only being around for a year?
Well, it's because we've been playing and doing the music thing for decades.
Right.
We were all musicians and, you know, I majored in music. I taught a choir for close to 30 years.
Are you still teaching?
I'm teaching, but just not a choir. I'm working in a different education setting right now.
Okay.
But we've had bands before. My husband's been playing with bands since he was, you know, a young person, you know, teenager, college. And we had another band called Entourage that we started a couple of years before COVID hit. And then when that slowed down, of course, like everything else shut down. And, you know, so when we started kind of getting back into the swing of things, we were like, let's try something new.
Yeah.
And we got the idea of doing a three-piece. And when I asked my husband, like, what are we going to call us? What are we going to be called? He's like, well, he was ready for an answer. He had been thinking about it. He said, we and Mrs. Jones. I'm like,
It's perfect.
All right. I think it'll work.
Yeah.
It's kind of catchy.
Yes.
So you take the song, Me and Mrs. Jones, and we adapt it to fit us.
What do you mean adapted to?
Well, you know, the original song is about a relationship, and so we, instead of saying me, we say we, and we just change the lyrics.
Okay.
We change the lyrics to make it fit, you know, us meeting meeting at this place, this special place where we singing your favorite songs, you know, all day long or all night long.
Yeah. So how long you were a teacher?
I was teaching, well, I have been teaching now probably over 30 years now, total. Because I continued, after I left the public system, I went to teach at E-Learning Academy. And I did that virtually the first year. And now I am the director of their enrichment program, their afternoon elective and enrichment program. And I also work with their nonprofit. And I teach music classes also, and drama class, yes.
Like
On site during the day. Yeah, so I still have students that I have as a learning coach online who are more virtual learning. But then I am also on site working with students there.
Is it just e-learning students, or can anyone come to your classes?
The classes that I have at the school are for e-learning students. Now, if I were to ever do something in the afternoons, like after 3 o'clock, then that would be open to me.
And are you planning on doing something like that?
I'm thinking about it. I'm kind of enjoying the evenings free right now. I like leaving at 3:30. I'm kind of, you know, I did that life, you know, where it was the weeknights and the weekends and the trips with the kids. And, you know, I've taken groups to Disney twice. I took a group to Carnegie Hall in New York. We performed there. So I'm kind of just enjoying my evenings for me and Mrs. Jones.
Yeah.
And having the flexibility and, you know, coming home and just cooking and just chilling and relaxing with my family.
Right.
Not having to go somewhere, you know. So, you know, part of me is just kind of wanting to do something different now.
You did a TV series?
Yeah, I for a short time I did some film work.
Really?
And it was one episode, and it was actually one season. It was called The Astronaut Wives Club. And I was in the very last like
Really?
yes, episode of it, episode 10, and we filmed it out at the lakefront airport.
Oh, cool.
It was a very windy, noisy kind of day, cold day, and then it was those
Kinda
metal,
like today.
kind of like today. Those metal bleachers make a lot of noise, and so we shot the scenes, and then I get an email and a call about a month later saying, okay, the audio did not work. It was too noisy. We can't hear your voices. So I had to go in the studio. So I got a chance to experience watching myself on the big screen and doing the audio and recording. Voiceover was like. And then there's another term that's used to refer to that. But it was really interesting. The producers, like I was in New Orleans, but all the producers and director, they were like live with us in California. And so it's like, we got the noise.
So we need to go look up this movie? Is it a movie?
This is a television show, a series. So it's The Astronaut Wives Club. If you search for it, if you do an online search, and you search for episode 10, it's on ABC website.
So
you can actually watch it for free.
We're gonna have to pull that up. Yeah.
And
What did you play? What were you?
I was this very wealthy woman who owned like a fleet of planes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And I was, striking a deal. Yes, I enjoyed that.
I guess so. That sounds fun. I know.
Yeah. So that was a life for a short time. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I got to have that experience.
Yeah.
Film and some movies. I did a couple of movies.
Our fundraiser is the 7th, right around your anniversary.
Yes.
Y'all, we have we and Mrs. Jones. They're going to be our entertainment for the brunch and bra party. So make sure you get your tickets.
Yes, get your tickets.
And it is benefiting Mary Bird Perkins, breast cancer awareness. So we also need to thank our sponsors, which you were a big help for.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Okay, I know we had Body by Thomas.
Yes. Platinum sponsor.
We had the Cajun Hammer, who makes the gator sauce.
Yes.
That's Christopher Curo, platinum sponsor. We have Josie Dillon.
Yes.
They're also platinum sponsors. And then we also had a donation from Edison Schwess. That came in. I don't know if you received it yet.
No, not yet.
But yeah,
I did get the phone call, but I thought we had 4.
That's 4.
Okay.
But
and then we had Wilson's Oysters. They're a silver sponsor. We had a bronze. E-learning, yes, E-learning Academy.
Yes.
Yeah, they were bronze. So make sure you support our sponsors, please.
Yes, please support our sponsors. Yeah, they came through for us in a mighty way. They really did. Yes.
And a big thank you to you. Thank you for helping us do that.
It was my pleasure. It's a worthy cause.
Yes. So we're going to have a good time. Make sure you get your tickets.
Oh, yeah.
We and Mrs. Jones will be there.
Yes, we will. In pink.
Yes. Ready to dance.
Yeah.
What's next for we and Mrs. Jones? Any big plans?
We're just going with the flow. That's all. I mean, we know that more is coming, but we want to just stay in the moment and just enjoy it day to day and just live our passions. Right now, it's just more music, maybe original music, because my husband, who's a keyboard player, he writes and I write too also. But we just haven't, gotten together on, what we want to do as far as original music. So that's something in the future. But we're enjoying getting to know the community and just sharing our music with everyone. We love the smiling faces. We see the transition when a person comes in. They sit down, they have dinner, and when they leave, they're happier and they're having a good time. And we do this because we love it. I don't remember a time I didn't love music and didn't want to sing. I always wanted to sing. And I think as long as I'm just happy singing and playing music, I think, I know, check that out.
Paranormal.
The doors just opened up to
by themselves.
Yes, by themselves.
Spooky.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh, wow. How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
Oh, wow.
3 children.
What
I have a son.
ages?
Oh my gosh, my son is in his 30s. There's the doors again. Yeah, I have an older son.
Okay.
He's in his late 30s, believe it or not.
What? You don't
And
look that.
I was a young mom.
Really?
I was a young mom. I was 19 when I had him. And I have a middle daughter. She's in her early 30s. And then my youngest is going to be turning 13 soon.
Okay. She's beautiful. I met her.
Yeah, my
She
Tia.
is very-
And she was an aunt when she was born because I was a grandmother. I was a grandmother when I was pregnant with her. So her niece is 2 years older than she is.
Are they close?
They
I
are.
bet
They are
they're so
very,
close,
very
huh?
close. They are very, very, very close.
Yeah. So what do you enjoy doing outside of music? What's your hobbies?
Oh my. Oh my gosh. I love to learn. I love to read. And I'm not into fiction. I just love to learn about just, history. I do a lot of ancient history. It's really fascinating to me. Just where we were before, our modern age. That's interesting. And outside of just searching and just being inquisitive about just different things, I love to eat. I love wine.
Okay.
I love mimosas.
Okay. Cheers to
Cheers
that.
to that. But we are, we love to travel. So, it's just experiencing different cultures and the food and,
Yes,
meeting
that
people.
sounds
Anything
lovely.
that gets me involved with people. That's pretty much what I do outside of music. The music seems to be woven into everything that I do.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Well, congratulations on all this.
Thank you.
Continued success through new friends.
New friends. New friends.
Yes.
New friends.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Cheers.
Friends and mimosas, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, comment and share just to show that you care. Friends and mimosas.